What up, what up, what up, what up? Detroit, how y'all doing? It's your boy, Philly Will. Philly Will Spill channel. Give you the spill, the real spill. Not the media spill, the radio spill, the real spill on things that's going on. Like I say, my channel will be about sports and entertainment, and it will be about local stuff in the community. It'll be about a little bit of everything. It won't just be catered to everything. And, sometimes I might show you that my cooking. I can cook. Sometimes I'm gonna give you everything. So, topics today. First topic we're gonna lead off with. We have a list of them we're gonna talk about. The first one is gonna be the gas station on McNichols in the Lodge, or 6 Mile in the Lodge. Some tragedy has happened there again. We're gonna talk about that first. Then we're gonna go to some information on what Apple has going on with Delta, the airline, and then we're gonna go to upcoming movies this weekend, and then I'm going to dig into sports. I don't want to lead off with the same thing every time, so I want to get something that attract different viewers. I don't want my viewers to just be men for sports or women for relationships. It's whatever. It's for everybody, even kids. So the first thing that we want to talk about is this gas station, mobile gas station to be exact, on 6 Mile in the Lodge. The address is 12800. Make sure I get that right because I don't want to give you 12800 West McNichols Road. So on Wednesday, December the 11th, a young black male named Tony Williams came in the store and he took something out of the store that he didn't pay for. 38 years of age. So he took it, the clerk grabbed a gun, walked out of the gas station, and was shooting at Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, in fear for his life, started running, ran to the Lodge freeway, jumped over the freeway, and for those who don't know, that gotta be almost 30-something feet. Jumped over the freeway, suffered injuries, and those injuries later took his life. A bag of chips is what they said. So as of lately, the city council, along with the DPD, along with black activists in the community, have shut this gas station down and banned this gas station. So, number one, this gas station already had past history. If you didn't know, you can look this up on yourself. This gas station locked members in the gas station because of somebody stealing. The person that was stealing pulled out a gun and started shooting and shot people inside the gas station. So that was strike one. And it ain't even strike one because people's lives are getting affected. Then we got the clerk running out the gas station over a bag of chips, shooting at Mr. Williams. And he, first of all, I'm hearing that Mr. Williams had some type of mental behavior in some type of capacity. I'm not gonna say because I don't know it all the way. I like to talk about what I do know, but that's what they're saying. But if he did or if he didn't, to shoot at somebody over a bag of chips shows, number one, how you view the community. Number two, how you view people's lives. And number three, that you shouldn't be having business in this community at all. So it's on the ban list, and I'm supporting it. Philly Will is giving you the spiel on 12800 6 Mile Road mobile gas station. We're not buying from there. We're not. If they try to open up under another name, we're not buying from there. And honestly, how I feel, we should go a step farther. Somebody should try to get that gas station to be bought by somebody in the community, or a minority, or African American preferably, and let them service the community. That's how I really feel. We should take it a step farther. Shutting it down is one thing. Making sure it don't open up again is another thing. Making sure if it does open up that somebody black takes it over is a beautiful thing. So that's my spiel on that. We're not buying from that gas station under no circumstances. Right now it's shut down, but we know how they is. They can reopen up. We're not buying. Go to the next gas station. There's plenty of gas stations over there in that area. We're not buying from that gas station. Next is Apple. Apple has announced, and I'm gonna read it from here. United becomes the first airline to use AirTag tracking luggage. The partnership with Apple will help airlines locate missing bags. Apple has announced that the Find My app will allow users to generate a share item location link that can give to some participating airlines in the customer service department. So basically, long story short, for all the people that's got their bag sent on another plane or lost in where you're flying, you now have opportunity to track your bag like you track your phone. And for those who track your phone, you know that's your life. So when you're going out of town or coming back in town, that luggage is your life too. So I advise everybody to do that. I know I'm gonna do it because it's something very, very valuable. What I don't like, I ain't never had my bag lost, but I don't like waiting for luggage return, and I'm waiting. And for those that been in DTW, last time when I just left Myrtle Beach, around June 23rd, everything was good in Myrtle Beach. When I came back from DTW, it almost took 15 to 20 minutes for me to get my bag. So, I would like to see just where is that. So that's a good thing. So for those who didn't know, look it up. It's a good thing. Next is movies that come out this week for the kids. I'm definitely going to take my kids to go see this movie. So I'm born in 1986. 1994 was a very, very heartfelt movie that stuck with us our whole life. If you watch it, was The Lion King. The Lion King was a beautiful movie. Yes, I did shed tears. I was a kid. Ain't too many kids gonna tell you they ain't shed tears when Mufasa got threw off the cliff by Scar. So it's a very heartful movie and very deep in my upbringing. So Mufasa is coming out. So I guess spinoff from The Lion King, telling I guess more about Mufasa's life growing up, like they did Simba in The Lion King. And we have Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Both of those are coming out December the 20th. So if you don't got nothing to do, I know a lot of people have spent a lot of money on Christmas, or if you didn't, if you don't celebrate it, you got kids, it's definitely something good to do this weekend. Take the kids to go see Mufasa and Sonic the Hedgehog. And for you Detroit Lions fans, I know you guys are going to get out to go see Sonic the Hedgehog. Detroit, Michigan should have the most viewed movies for Sonic the Hedgehog. They better. Now, I know it's going to get seen all over America and outside of America, but I'm telling you, Detroit, Michigan, David Montgomery and Jamil Gibbs, all the movies need to be sold out like Ford Field is sold out. But that's just my spiel on that. Take your kids to go see those movies. So those are all non-sports related topics that I was talking about. Now, let's go to sports. Sports. Football, NFL is taking over everything. It's taking over to the fact that we have the NBA Emirates Cup championship tonight between Milwaukee Bucks and Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be a good game. Giannis is playing. He averaging 30. Shea is averaging 30. Damian Lillard is averaging 24 assists. Jalen Green is averaging 20, but sometimes he be up and down like the stock market. And if you do put in a parlay in tonight, they got a no sweat token on FanDuel. But if you put a parlay in, I advise you to give, this is just what I say, give Giannis 25, give Shea 25, give Jalen 10, give Damian 15 to 20, depending on how you feel, with 2 to 4 assists. And that's just that. That's what I recommend. All other stuff that you want to put for rebounds, assists, triple, double, that's on you. But that's my take. I am taking Milwaukee to win the game for the money line. I'm not doing an over and under. I really don't do over and unders. I'm taking Milwaukee for it. But if you're smart, run your same selection back, mix it up, and then take OKC also. So that's NBA in the short spiel. But moving on to the NFL. Patrick Mahomes and the high ankle sprain. So Patrick Mahomes suffered a high ankle sprain playing the Cleveland Browns this past Sunday. And it looks bad. And the talk right now is, should the Chiefs play Patrick Mahomes? And Patrick Mahomes says he wants to play, which we know he's going to say he wants to play. Should they start him? So the Chiefs' schedule for the next 3 weeks is Texans, which is a pretty decent team. They got a good defense. Then they got, in less than 4 days, they have the Steelers. Great defense. Great defensive line. And then they have the Denver Broncos, which is in a division. Another great defense. Another great defensive line. So we all have seen Patrick Mahomes in the last 2 years get these ankle sprains, and he play and he don't have a problem. But this one looked pretty significant because he bent his leg and his ankle all the way back, and it looked bad. He went to the back, got it wrapped on the sideline. It looked bad. He's saying it's like a high sprain, grade 2 ankle sprain. So this is my spiel on this. The offensive line for the Chiefs is not good. Case in being, the Chiefs are only scoring 23.5. And you want to know why? It ain't the skills players. They got good skills players, but how dynamic they've been in the past with the passing game has been because the offensive line have allowed Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid to carve up plays to attack the defense. Now they can't attack the defense. All they can get is get what they can get for the length amount of time that he's being blocked for, which is short. So that's number one. The defense has been holding them over, which is why their record is what it is. It's still the Kansas City Chiefs. They're still trying to three-peat. They're not a team to be playing with, and they have a aura about them. So when teams come to play them, in the beginning of the season, you know, they had a mantra. You know, it's the Chiefs. Teams get a little weary. Now, because they can't block for Patrick Mahomes, teams are not accepting it. And I'm not saying they was accepting it before, because no team want to accept the fact that they won't lose to somebody. But, you know, good teams are good teams for a reason. So the defense has been holding teams to on an average of 18 points, and that's what's really been giving this team a good push throughout the season. Like I told y'all on my last two videos, what carries in the playoffs? A good run game, Kareem Hunt, Pacheco, and a good defense. So they got the recipe for a good playoff push, but what we cannot have for you Chiefs fans is Patrick Mahomes not to play in the playoffs. So Super Bowl risk if you playing them. This is my spiel. I'm not playing Patrick Mahomes this week. I'm not. Hold on. Carson Wentz and that defense, they only give up 18 points, should be able to beat the Texans. I'm not. Give this man a week off. Give him a week off. They're 12-1. 12-1, I believe, is their record, and they just can't lose 2 games, or Buffalo would take it over if they went out. So, no. Carson Wentz, earn your paycheck. Get in. And, you know, I got this Eagles on, so I know all about Carson Wentz. All Andy Reid got to tell Carson Wentz, just don't force throws that's not there. As long as he don't force throws that's not there, he'll be all right. That's Carson Wentz's downfall. Carson Wentz can pass the ball. He got an arm. He can move through the pocket. He's a smart quarterback. The only thing that's bad about Carson Wentz that got him moved around the league is he forced errant throws. If it's not there, don't force it. But overall, he should be able to beat the Texans. Him, Kareem Hunt, Pacheco, Worthy, Andy Reid, and that great offensive coordinator system they got, they should be able to beat the Texans. And then Patrick Mahomes, how you feel now? Go ahead and Patrick, let's get you in with the Steelers. Let's beat the Steelers, and then we sitting you for the Broncos. We sitting you. You're done. Your job is done. Do not risk your chances of winning the Super Bowl by throwing him in, and his ankle was bad, and y'all got a bad offensive line. Don't do that. Don't do that. You already got to play with that offensive line through the playoffs. You want that ankle healthy. He got to be able to move. A non-mobile quarterback in a bad offensive line leads for a recipe for a quick stint in the playoffs to be put out. So let the man heal his ankles. That's that for Patrick Mahomes. The next one is Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings. It's a very lucrative thing, a very kind of crazy thing right now that the Minnesota Vikings have gotten themselves into, which is good, but it's crazy because Sam Darnold is a free agent this year. J.J. McCarthy was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings, and he got a leg injury. So Sam Darnold got the Minnesota Vikings 12-2. And depending on how far he go in the playoffs deep, and especially if he beat the Lions January 5th, the Minnesota Vikings are going to have a bad problem. It's a good problem because you got a known good quarterback in this system and a good up-and-coming rookie to be put in this system. But the bad thing is, if you let Sam Darnold go and JJ start to struggle, it's just not the thing that you want to happen if you could groom the young guy a little bit more and have Sam Darnold there. So what I would do, if Sam Darnold beat the Lions, or don't beat the Lions, but passes the first round of the playoffs and go to the second round, and he looks good, I'll be signing Sam Darnold to a 3-year deal. I just will. I will. J.J. McCarthy or not, give him 3 years. That's my spiel on Sam Darnold, to keep it kind of quick. Kirk Cousins. Let's talk about Kirk Cousins, which I think is Kirk Cousins. It has robbed the National Football League. I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is a bad quarterback. I'm saying that he has put himself in a position to get a lot of money because of what Washington was doing when it was franchise tagging him over and over again, to when he went to the Minnesota Vikings, to now him going to the Atlanta Falcons. This guy has made a lot of money, He has signed this past year a 4-year deal for $180 million. But the catch is, when the season first started, he's playing well, playing real good. But in the last 4 weeks, he's playing bad. And now the NFC South standings are, as it stands, Buccaneers 8-6, which Atlanta has the tiebreaker if they can lose another game and hold on. And Atlanta Falcons are 7-7. Baker Mayfield's playing lights out, and I don't know if they're gonna lose another game. I really don't know if they're gonna lose another game. The Atlanta Falcons' schedule is the next 3 games. They play the Giants, which they should beat. They play the Washington Commanders, and then they play the Carolina Panthers. So Kirk Cousins suffered a torn Achilles last year against the Green Bay Packers. And you can look and tell from him all this year, even when he was playing good, he can't drive off his back leg for some strange reason. He can't let that ball out quick enough. And now it's leading him to second guess, and he's throwing interceptions. He can throw almost eight, or if not, Kirk Cousins got about just as many. I want to say he has 17, probably 18 passing touchdowns and 16 interceptions. So my spiel on this, because what everybody's saying is the truth. You put Michael Penix in from Washington, that rookie day draft, you can't go back. I don't believe in that. What I believe is, let's just see for right now. We're not going to commit to nothing. Do what Mike Tomlin did with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. We're not going to commit. Let's just see. You're playing the New York Giants. Lamar Jackson just shredded the Giants. Shredded it. Bijan Robinson ran good last night. Put Michael in. Let's see what he does. Put him in. If he looks good and they win, put him in against Washington. He looks good and they win, put him in against the Panthers and let it play out. Get a guy some reps and see what happens. Now you have a mobile quarterback, and now the offense becomes more dynamic. You're not just in the pocket with a flat foot quarterback who can't run and second guessing himself and throwing the game away. They scored, what they scored yesterday? Give me 1 second. They scored against the Oakland Raiders. They scored a measly 15 points. 15 points against the Oakland Raiders. The week before that, they played the Vikings, scored 21. The Vikings had 42, and that's because Kirk Cousins was throwing interceptions like I told you. Then they played the Chargers and only could put up 13 points. So what are you losing? What are you gaining by keeping Kirk Cousins in? His experience, okay. But outside of that, what else? You barely beat the Raiders. The Raiders got a quarterback named Rittler. People, do anybody know who Rittler is besides the Las Vegas Raiders fans? You barely beat them yesterday. Put Michael Penix in. That's my spiel on that situation. Last one I'm going to do is on Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, and might I say, he had a great speech on 97.1, the ticket. It was a great speech. Dan Campbell always can say, between him and Jameis Winston, I don't know who's the best motivational speaker, but they're both very humorous and very motivational also. So, Coach of the Year, I talked about Nick Sirianni yesterday, and I still mean what I say about that. But Dan Campbell, I'm going to give Dan Campbell some more flowers and say, if Dan Campbell win the next 3 games with that defense that's missing 14 people, offense is missing 2, but they ain't really hurting. If Dan Campbell can win the next 3 games, and they're not hard, you got Chicago, 49ers, which I said is a trap game, then you got that Minnesota team. If Dan Campbell can win the next 3 games with that defense, he deserves Coach of the Year. He deserves Coach of the Year. He already had it as a landslide before this loss to the Bills, but it kind of knocked him off his square a little bit, knocked him down. Him and Nick Sirianni like neck and neck. So it's just going to be the tell of the tape. If Dan can win out, it's his. Again, it's still his. But if Dan don't win out and Nick Sirianni went out, it's Nick Sirianni's. So that's my spiel. Please like, please subscribe. I got my logo coming. I'm going to reveal my logo this week. I got a company called Falcon Productions with a Z spelled on it. If you go on Facebook, Falcon like the Falcon Productions with a Z in place of the S. They're doing my logos. Gave me a great deal, great price. And when I present it to you guys, anybody that needs a logo for their company, go on Facebook. The guys respond pretty quick. Send you everything you need, and they'll have it. They give you 3 drawings, and you pick whatever one you pick, and you're off to that. I'll have my backdrop after that, and then I'll relocate myself to a place where I have my whole setup on for the Philly Will Spiel. So I want to thank everybody that's giving me motivation, everybody that's liking, subscribing. I can't do this without you. In the future, when I get my subscribers up, I'm going to be looking for local people in the community that has business that need to be promoted. I'll be asking for a small price, something like $25, $50, promote you for 2 weeks at a time. Once I get it up, interviews I'll be doing with local artists or businesses or whatever such may be, because I want to be able to get my platform to help other people out. That's who I am. I'm all for helping other people out. But overall, this is going to allow me to do something that I know I can do for one, and it's going to be able to allow me to not commit to what I just committed to the last 14 years, which is giving my mind, body, and soul to a company or other things, and it didn't work out in the end. I'm gonna just say that. And I'm not speaking bad on them because I love them to death, but it just didn't work out. So this is just what I want to do, along with some other little things, but this is what I want to do. This is what I'm committed to. This keep me in the house, keep me doing something, and I like it. I like it a lot. So you guys are going to be my motivation. I'm at 114 subscribers. I want to get to 125 this week. I started at 100, so I need 9 more. And please like, subscribe, put it on your page if you can. Share it to your page and help me out. I thank you. And that's the Philly Will Spiel today. Today is Wednesday, December the 18th. And like I say on all mine, God bless. I'm Philly Will all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. I'm out.